Well, Eamonn, David.
Hello, hello. Good to see
Hi,
you.
Oh,
how are you?
Eamon, we'll be doing intro. Welcome to another episode of the Chocolate or Poo podcast with myself, Kevin,
Yes,
and
myself,
Eamon.
Eamonn,
Yep.
and
And
our,
now
our wonderful.
our special guest, David Patrick Henry. Is it David Patrick
Oh,
John Henry? No, David John Henry?
David Patrick Joseph.
Oh, Joseph. You're Joseph. Oh, you're one of
Do
them.
you, do you even know me? 13 years.
Sometimes I know. Sometimes I do have to wonder if I actually do know you. Who are you again?
What I just want to take a moment to just you know point out that this is what two friends of Kevin look like, Jason. That's why you're not here.
Jason Lawler now, not Jason Lee.
Yeah.
Um, Jason Lawler's actually, I think he's watched every episode. He keeps texting me each week. When's the new episode going up? When's the new episode going up?
When's the
That's
episode?
So
because
He's
that's
gonna.
because what he's living in Leash. Like, there's like what else is there to do in Leash? I know,
yeah,
I
what
know
else
it's
is
like a
there to
full
do?
country lockdown, but like still.
And he actually works from home, and that's before COVID. He's always worked from home.
I, I love that. It's like he works from home.
Yeah.
he's seen every episode. He's working from home. Hi,
Uh,
Jason. How are you?
how's it
He's
going,
seen
David?
every episode. How can he be?
Exactly. Oh God. Okay, so this is another episode of the Chocolate Poo podcast with David as our special guest, and today we're going to be talking about Steve Carell
In honor of our special guest, we're doing a Steve Carell episode.
themed episode. Yeah. So where do we start?
I
Where
have
do we
no idea.
start?
I know two things about him.
His name is Steve, and his last name is Carell.
No. And he's American. There you go.
Well,
Uh,
tell us, David. What's the fascination with him at the minute?
Yeah, like I don't really know. Like, I kind of go through these phases of kind of like just I'll pick an actor for like I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks and get really fascinated with them. Like
Mm,
watch all their kind of stuff.
yeah.
And yeah, no, I was kind of like I was like, oh, I do kind of scrolling through Netflix, and I was like, oh, Steve Carell, yeah. Mm.
What were you watching the other night? He snapped me.
Which night was that?
Oh, Wednesday. No, today's Tuesday. It's not Wednesday anyway.
Tuesday.
Saturday maybe.
Oh, Saturday. Evan Almighty. Not a
Heaven Almighty.
classic,
Yes, that's what
but
you were watching. Yeah. No, it's not.
charming nonetheless.
It's decent film. I thought Bruce Almighty was a little better. And wasn't he in Bruce Almighty as well?
Yeah,
he
he was
was
the
TV.
news anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evan Baxter or something. Evan
Mm.
Bruce, I don't know, something like that. Evan, because he is that the same character he plays in Evan Almighty then?
Yeah, he gets
Mhm.
he's the news anchor, and then he gets like elected as a kind of local politician and
Yeah.
moves, and then has to build an arc. It's very kind of
As you do in modern day America.
it's very basic, and if you're looking for a film with like no plot holes, don't watch it.
Yeah. And you can literally join in the last 5 minutes and you'll know the entire film.
Like he's building an arc to avoid a flood. It was like, okay, he saves everybody in the town, but like, why does he need two of every animal? Like he's in what, like West Virginia or somewhere like that. It's like giraffes, lions, tigers. Like, come on. I don't know.
Zookeepers just left all the
don't know.
gates open, I think. That's what happened.
Hey, there are
Yeah.
more tigers. There are more tigers in captivity in Texas than there is in the entire wild world. Giraffes in West Virginia is not beyond the realms of possibility.
Tiger King. We all learned that from the Tiger King.
Well, you know what?
I-
Consider it snowing there now. They could be frozen to death.
Yeah, I well believe it.
You know
People's
what? I
pets, their
totally
dogs and
admit
cats.
I'm probably like the only person that hasn't actually watched Tiger King.
What?
We're missing out.
Do you know who would make a great Tiger King if they ever made a documentary? No, they obviously made a documentary. If they made a film about him, Steve Carell.
Wasn't Nicolas
He
Cage
would.
supposed to be?
He would.
Nicolas
Come on, he played
Cage.
Gru.
Oh, Nicolas Cage. Yes,
Nicolas Cage.
totally.
Oh,
Oscar material right there.
yes. Nicolas Cage. I
Wasn't
love
he
Nicolas
rumored?
Cage.
He was rumored there like recently before Christmas that he was like, I think he was given the role. Maybe I'm wrong now. I don't even know who's making it or anything. But
That's awesome. I would pay to see that 10 times over.
I'd
I'd
pay
pay that.
and sit in a fucking cinema just
Yeah,
to
you
see
wouldn't
that.
even legally download it, Eamonn. You'd pay to see that.
that's why
Not
like
that I-
Nicolas Cage is
Not
like
that you legally
making
download it.
like like that. That's why Nicolas Cage is like. Is he still a millionaire? I don't know, but like
I
I'm not
don't know.
surprised with
He's-
you
he
paying to
owes so
see
much
every
money.
single movie that he's in the cinema.
Yeah,
Come
Oh,
on.
yeah.
I would. I think he's
Paid to
awesome.
Tiger King. You know,
Yeah.
I paid to see as the Tiger King. You know,
Yeah.
just can you imagine Nicolas Cage making that scene where at the memorial of your man, where he's like, you know, his balls would just rest on my face. I mean, that's the best line, right? That would be, you know, leading man of the year. Like, come on.
Oh, we're getting way off track here, but this happens on the Chocolate or Poo podcast, David. So get used to it. So yeah, I've got a game. We play this game, where I list out a load of facts and you tell me whether or not they're true or false. But instead of true or false, it's chocolate or poo. So chocolate is true, poo is false. Now we
Okay.
actually had two
What's
like
the-
signpost things
what-
that we used to say like chocolate or poo, and one was a picture of a chocolate and one was a picture of a poo. But obviously we're all locked down, so we can't do that. So what I have is
So you have
this.
no.
So
So you're
if you
locked
guess-
in. So you have no chocolate or no poo. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I've got
Holding
poo.
it in. I'm on poop.
So does Kevin
on a
according to his
poop
Snapchat there.
strike.
Anyway.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I don't know what you said there. Sorry.
Manner.
But I have sound effects. Listen. So if you get one right, and can you hear that?
I just
Yeah.
got to say, they both sound pretty positive. Why couldn't you just get a fart sound? I mean, how hard is
I couldn't find it. Okay, I did look. And then if you get one wrong, and then
Okay.
right,
Is this,
it's
is
fairly
this what your-
self-explanatory.
Is this what your mortgage money has gone on?
Yes.
Sound effects budget.
Game show generators.
It has not been on building a fucking house.
Not till April anyway. But
With all
that's
this
another
extra-
episode.
With all this extra spends now, man, you'll be down to like one kitchen and one.
Oh,
Where did that 60 grand go?
I know.
Always spent it on sound effects.
Worth every penny.
Go on. Okay. What's the topic then? Are we still on Steve Carell, or are we now on
Yeah,
Nicholas?
of course.
Okay.
That's what this whole episode is.
Okay. Well, I don't know everything there is to know about Steve Carell.
Well, you better, because otherwise you're going to be hearing a lot of this.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it.
It is. Well, the two of you can play it, so I'll ask one of you a question at a time. So
Right.
I'm going to list out some facts about Steve Carell first, just to give a bit of background to him. So John Carell was born on August 16th, 1962 in Concord, Massachusetts. His father was an electrical engineer. His mother was a psychiatric nurse. At a young age, Steve would sit at the diner table and dressed as an alien to make his family laugh. I used to dress up as a Power Ranger.
That's more about you than I ever needed to know.
I have two colors in my mind. Was it pink or yellow?
No, it was black.
I just one topic off the topic. I went to a Comic-Con with somebody, and the queue for the fucking green Power Ranger was longer than the 3 Star Trek actors that were lined up next to him. So
Oh my god!
sad, lonely men in spandex.
Don't underestimate the power of spandex. He is 1.75 meters tall, 5'9", so he's taller than you, Dave. That wouldn't be hard.
That's the most ridiculous stat of the night.
You're
Like,
probably standing
everybody's
right now.
taller
You're not
than
even
me.
sitting
I'm like-
down.
Harsh.
A little bit. Anyway, while in high school, Steve Carell was editor-in-chief of a school paper. And then last fact about him, Carell's first hit, Evan Almighty, is banned in Egypt for content that is deemed sacrilegious.
I'm not surprised with
No.
the way the movie was.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. But look, that's what it was. Now I've come up with a name for the game. So we usually call it just is it chocolate or poo? I don't think we usually have a name for it. So it's called the Carousel of Steve Carell.
You're giving us a lot more credit than we've ever had. I don't think we've ever had a name. It was just the two of us fucking around. Like, you know?
It was. That's what it was called. Two people fucking around. Other names that I was going to go with were the Stevenator Fact Penetrator, or gaming with and about Steve, or funny facts or fiction to soothe the addiction of our man Steve. Now here's the reprieve. So there's other names that I considered, but I settled on the Carousel of Steve Carell.
I don't know. Something to be said about a good penetration.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so true or false facts about Steve Carell. So I'll go with you, Dave, first. You ready?
Yes.
No pressure.
True.
You're regretting. Right. Okay. Steve Carell is married to.
I really wish I had done more research on this. Like, I literally just mentioned. I was like, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
You spent the last hour.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I know it's really sad, but sure, look, I'm committed to the Chocolate or Poo podcast. Steve Carell is married to Nancy Carell. You're not allowed to Google it.
No, I'm not Googling it. Look.
Show me your hands.
Show me your hands. Do I just say true or false, or do I go chocolate or poo?
Or no, chocolate or poo. Chocolate or poo.
Chocolate's true.
Yeah.
True. Chocolate.
Woohoo! Correct. Now, this is a fact that I've already said, so if you were listening, you should know this one, Eamonn. Steve Carell was born on August 16th, 1962. Chocolate?
Chocolate.
Woohoo! David, he's the youngest of 4 brothers.
Poo.
He is the youngest of 4 brothers. Eamonn,
yes.
While studying pre-law at Denison University, Steve became a member of the country's oldest collegiate improv troupe named Burpee's Seedy Theatrical Company.
Chocolate.
Yes. On a side note, Burpee's Seedy Theatrical Company has existed since 1979, and Carell is its most famous former member. Now, David, Steve Carell was a mailman in Massachusetts.
I'm sorry, I talked over that. You may repeat it for him.
No, David. I heard it. I just don't know the answer.
I do.
Poo.
He was a mailman in Massachusetts.
Shit.
So
he's frozen. Oh, there he is. Eamonn. He began professionally acting in the Dana Carvey Show.
The Dana Carvey Show.
The Dana Carvey Show, yeah.
Oh, God. I'm going to say poo.
He did, actually. It didn't last long. It only lasted a year. I think it was 8 episodes. There wasn't a ton of episodes. It got cancelled. David.
I remember Dana Carvey. He was really, he was in a load of movies, and I was like, I never remembered anything to do with Steve Carell with him.
Yeah. So it was back in 90, I think it was 96 from my notes here. Yeah, 96. David, Carell's wife played Carol, Michael's realtor on The Office.
Oh, chocolate.
Woo! On a side note, she also cameoed as a sex therapist in The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Holy shit.
Mr. Eamonn Murphy. Steve Carell was not the first choice to play Michael in The Office. Michael Scott to play Michael Scott. Paul Giamatti was also up for consideration.
Oh, Paul Giamatti, yeah. No, I'm gonna say it's poo. I'm gonna say they would have went with somebody else, but it wouldn't have been Paul Giamatti.
They did. They were considering Paul Giamatti. Yeah.
Not funny. Consider him.
Yeah, I tried to Paul. He's a great actor, but I don't know if he would have suited it.
No, that's why he's just not funny enough. And I was like, there's
Yeah,
five.
I was literally thinking the same thing. It was just like, okay, Paul
not.
Giamatti, like, yeah, no, he's a good actor.
He's a
but,
very
like,
good
like,
actor.
like,
But
totally wrong casting if they were going to
Yeah.
put him in The Office.
definitely would have screwed it up completely. David, Casino Night is one of the most pivotally early episodes in The Office. It's the episode in which Jim directly confesses his love for Pam. Many fans don't realize that Steve Carell penned this episode.
Who?
He did pen the
Come
episode.
on.
Come
What?
on. I know. Eamonn, Steve Carell, when he left the show, the crew got really emotional, so they retired his number on the call sheet.
What, like he's some famous basketball player or something? Like,
Yeah, so call sheets, yeah, the number of on how often they appear in scenes and stuff is dependent on the number. Yeah, something like that.
Like, I mean, you can't retire the number because I mean, like Jim could have been as many times on the call sheet then if it was him. So no, that's poo.
Did
They can't. I made that mistake.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I made this mistake. I went with a whole chocolate or poo question thing for him, and every one of my answers was true, and he could see that they were bullshit from the start and got every answer right. You can't have them all as being true.
I can't make half this shit up. I'm not saying they're all true. Maybe I did make some of them up. David.
That's why I was saying poo for a few of them.
I know. Right, David, we're nearly done, and then I've got other stuff. Carell's last movie was what?
Chocolate. Whatever the question is, chocolate. Chocolate.
This isn't the chase.
No.
Carell's last movie while playing Michael was Crazy Stupid Love.
Don't even ask the question. Just, it's chocolate, isn't it?
This is fucking rigged.
Well, that was actually the last one, in fairness.
I didn't hear the question. What was the question?
Well, the next one is actually a quiz on facts about, not facts about it. Yeah, well, I suppose about facts about him. They're for you, David, because you know you love Steve Carell, and David knows tons about movies, so he might know some of these.
I like Steve Carell. I'm not fast. I'm not stalking the guy.
The time is on. The timer's on. Right, you ready? They'll be real quick. I'll run through them real quick. How many Golden Globes has Steven been nominated for?
I'll go 6.
9. 6 for The Office, which is kind of right. 1 for Foxcatcher, 1 for The Big Short, and 1 for Battle of the Sexes.
Oh, good movies.
Yeah, you like Battle of the Sexes. How many has he won?
I'll go 3.
No, he's won 1 for The Office in 2006. Yeah, it's a bit harsh.
Ridiculous. Bloody Golden Globes.
How many Emmys has he been nominated for?
Do I get multiple choice or
no?
Just no.
Right, you get either 8, 10, or 12, or no, sorry, what was it? Either 8, 10, or 11.
Answer's 12.
11. Is it 11?
Yay, it is. 10 for The Office, 1 for The Morning Show. Last question. How many Oscars has he won?
12.
He's up there with Meryl Streep, right? With like 24 or something, isn't he? 0. He's won nothing. He hasn't won an Oscar.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. Has he been nominated for one though?
Did he get nominated for The Big Short? Maybe he didn't. I'm thinking. Okay, so he didn't. None.
No, he did. He got nominated for one. The Foxcatcher, 2015. I haven't seen the film actually, or the documentary.
Did you? Yeah, I haven't seen it. Oh, fantastic!
Never. No.
Oh, he's so creepy in it. Like,
yeah. But the Oscars, nobody ever gets nominated for comedies, and for like in The Big Short, I know it was a serious thing about the financial crisis, but he was very funny in it.
Yeah,
but
that's a brilliant film.
But in actor, he's right. He was very creepy in it, and it's just he was perfect in it. Like
He was.
Oh my
Very,
god,
very well.
Foxcatcher was totally. Like it's kind of like these actors that are just kind of trying to do something completely different, totally
Yeah, Channing
different
Tatum
from
as well. Like,
what the
is he any good at it? Is he?
yeah, him
Yeah.
and who's it? Mark Ruffalo, I think, as
Mark
well.
Ruffalo.
Oh, it's just it's just
Love Mark
fantastic,
Ruffalo.
man. Yeah,
Savage actor. Yeah.
good movie.
Now, I have a few more facts about Mr. Carell that I thought were pretty funny, and then I, I kind of read a couple of synopses of some of his first ever films, and one of them is just fucking nuts. I'll read it to you, but I'll read the facts first. So, Carell made his film debut in '91 with Curly Sue. It's a forgettable John Hughes family comedy starring Jim Belushi. He was on screen for 20 seconds playing the role of a waiter. It's kind of cool. Universal Studios executives were concerned that Carell was coming off as a serial killer and 40-year-old virgin. Yeah, it's kind of funny. For The Office, he won a Golden Globe Award in 2006. He also received 2 Emmy nominations in 2006, 2007, as we've covered already. His character, Uncle Frank in Little Miss Sunshine, was originally written for Bill Murray, and Robin Williams almost got the part as well, apparently. Which is
Little
kind of cool.
Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, I try to picture Bill Murray in that role. I don't know. He would have been good actually because he's very dry and he's
Yeah,
dry.
he would have been good now, but like, I thought Steve Carell made that his own name. That was kind of his
did.
like, kind of like, like he
Break out from
appeared in
comedy.
kind of some like, yeah, no, but like Little Miss Sunshine was kind of his first kind of major role that I kind of remember him in because like he did a little bit in Bruce Almighty, and then 40-Year-Old Virgin was the kind of like, his big break.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of like, like he's either going to make it really, really big or just like go into obscurity. And then it was just like, okay, Little Miss Sunshine, something completely different than the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this guy can act. He's a really good actor.
Yeah, it's a very good film. I love the music in it. Devochka did a lot of the music for it. I love that band.
Devochka.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That song, How It Ends, I think that song came out in an ad for Gears of War, which Eamon might know as he's a big gamer. I never played it.
the only song I remember from the ads of Gears of War was the one. Any of you ever see Donnie Darko?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know that one. All around me are familiar.
Yeah.
I only.
Gears
of War ad. I don't remember any. What was the name of the band? You said Devochka.
Devochka. Yeah. Here, I'll get it up and I'll play it.
Ringing a bell.
See if I can get it on YouTube.
While you're looking up the song, you were talking about Little Miss Sunshine, and Bill Murray was supposed to be the guy. Bill Murray has a habit of he doesn't answer his phone. He lets all of his go to voicemail, and he randomly just answers his voicemail. So he misses out on movie roles all the fucking time because he never answers his voicemail. Like he just kind of goes, "And do you want to be in a movie?" Oh, okay. Oh, that was from 6 months ago. They've already cast it. All right, no problem. Just goes on with it.
He's such a cool dude. Bill Murray's class.
Like that just doesn't surprise me. That's just like typical Bill.
It's typical. It sounds exactly right.
He doesn't care.
No. I have it here, so I'll just play it for you real quick. So it's from Gears of War 2. It's a very long song. It's like 7 minutes long.
Jump into the middle a little bit.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, Jesus.
And just pause it for a sec.
Do you want me to pause it?
Because it's lagging. I can hear it like that when you're playing.
Hold on. No, it's a Savage song. It's not actually lagging. That's the effect in the song. So
it's like kind of an accordion sound. Like it doesn't remind me of like Little Miss Sunshine or like Gears of War. It's just first year in college with me and you, and that's all. Like you go round to your house, and that's all you were listening to was Devochka.
I have it on repeat. Yeah.
You'd have it on what?
I have one last fact. in the incredible Burt Wonderstone, Carell and Steve Buscemi have a signature trick that becomes vital to the movie's finale. The trick was actually designed by David Copperfield himself, who insisted that no camera trickery be involved. So Carell and Buscemi had to basically learn how to perform the trick, and I think they had to sign like a non-disclosure agreement and promise not to reveal how it was done. Because
That
obviously
was
then
a
man
weird
probably went
thing.
off and made millions off it off his shows in Las Vegas or some shit. So, um, yeah, that's all the game that I came up with, all the questions and stuff. So, well done, you two. I wasn't keeping
Yeah,
score, so I don't know
thank
who
you
won.
very much.
No
You
problem.
had a productive day at work today, didn't you? Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, there was a couple of other ones that was in the true or false, but they were all true, or chocolate or poo. Was it Carell regrets one pivotal moment in his career? Anyone who knows Carell remembers his breakout role, the 40-year-old virgin. The scene where they wax his chest is 100% real. It was
Yeah.
filmed in one take. And apparently, while filming The Office, the temperature on set had to be kept at a brisk 64 degrees, and obviously that's Fahrenheit, not Celsius for us.
So what's that in Celsius, Kevin?
I have no clue. I didn't convert it. I'm sorry. I know I'm terribly lazy.
Less than 10 degrees. I think it's less than 10 degrees Celsius. You're talking. Yeah.
Basically, because Carell has overactive sweat glands. According to Rainn Wilson's book Bassoon King, which I really want to read now. It sounds deadly.
That would be very interesting. It's some good stories to tell, and Rainn Wilson is absolutely bloody nuts.
He is bloody nuts. He's deadly.
Have you guys seen the movie where is it a zombie movie where he's in a kindergarten? Was Rainn Wilson in a movie with kids that were zombie kids that were attacking the fucking kindergarten, the school staff or something? Or
no, how come we've never heard of this and like has it won Emmys and Oscars?
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
I on some pharmacological fucking trip one when I thought of this. I'm pretty sure there was a movie and it was about kids being picked up by their parents, but they had turned into zombies, and like the school staff had to lock it up. And I thought Rainn Wilson was in it.
I am looking this up at the minute because that is really intriguing. I love the sound of that now.
Yeah. I remember watching the detective show he did. What was it called? Just Rain or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, jeez, that's... Right, while you're doing that, I'll read you the synopsis of this film, or the plot. It's a 1998 film. I think it was Carell's second film he ever did. I'll just read the first two lines because it's just... What? So Charles is the misanthropic, obsessive-compulsive owner of a photo shop. He lives alone and at night sexually gratifies himself by sitting in a bowl of ice cream.
Name that movie.
It's called Tomorrow Night. And Steve Carell plays mailroom guy without glasses.
Okay. Without glasses.
Without
glasses.
Yeah. That's a scripter right there, you know.
Wait to see mailroom guy with glasses.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna say, David, you know the way you were saying you pick up an actor and you just kind of run with him for a while. I was gonna say Kevin.
Oh yeah.
What?
Who were you going to say? Sorry.
Kevin
Spacey.
Kevin. Yeah. But Yeah.
Are we allowed to mention his name anymore? Like he's just like falling off the edge of the flat earth at the.
He came out with something, didn't he? He released like a video or something.
But do you know what? Like taking out like regardless of what he's done, like did or whatever, like it was terrible what like the accusations were, but like his films are highly watchable. Like he's a fantastic actor. Like, he's done some amazing stuff.
He is the one pedophile I would pay to listen to read the phone book. Like, I mean, he's. But yeah.
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious. But I mean, didn't they make a movie with him and what's the name of that guy who is one of the worst actors in the world? Mark Wahlberg. Right? And he with Mark Wahlberg, and that he was like, this sexual pedophile predator. They decided, I know, we'll get Christopher Plummer to and we'll film all his parts again with Christopher Plummer. And that was it. Like, they just redid the whole movie. They were like, fuck it, it'll cost us next
yes.
we're going to do it anyway.
Didn't they like shoot that like it was supposed to be released like around Christmas, and like they went and shot it at the start of December or something, and then still got into the cinemas on time. They only had like 2 weeks to do it or something. It was amazing.
Jeez, that's class. Actually, that's like, and he's poor Christopher Plummer's dead now, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Yeah,
Passed away there
very sad.
a week or so ago.
Yeah, very sad. Great actor though. Did you guys see Knives Out there recently? The Ryan Johnson one.
No, I haven't got it, but it's just like, you know.
Oh, amazing! You should watch that. Like anybody that's listening to this, like Knives Out. It's the one with Daniel Craig. It's like a murder mystery in the house. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I'd have to say it's probably one of the best kind of movies I've seen.
It's kind of a dark comedy, sort of detective.
It's genuinely interesting. Do you know, like you're watching it and there is twists and turns, and you're kind of like, you don't really know where it's going until the very end, and that's like, you don't get too many movies like that anymore. That's actually kind of like, oh my god, you know, that really surprised me.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, he's the detective. He's the detective that comes.
He's fucking awesome in that.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like the whole cast is great. What's his name? Captain America. Chris Evans is in it as well. He's great.
Chris Evans.
Solid actor. I do like Chris Evans.
As America's ass too, like, you know.
Oh yes, that is America's ass. Damn.
I haven't got around to watching any decent movies yet. You know yourself, since the three of us are dads and everything, and you're a couple of years ahead of me and Kevin. But like, I've been watching Snowpiercer on Netflix.
Fantastic! Oh my god, the TV show or the movie?
I have no idea what the people sound like. I've been watching it on mute with subtitles because my child is usually asleep in my arms while I'm watching it. So I'm fucking reading.
Oh, he's watching the TV show, David, not the movie.
The movie. The
TV show. The TV show is great. Like the movie. The TV show is based on the movie, but like it's going in a completely different direction from what they did in the movie. Like there's kind of some similarities, but they kind of elaborate on the whole kind of character thing. But like the TV show, like I don't know how it's not bigger than it is. Do you know, like the reviews, or like you see the IMDb rating, and it's like in 6.8 or something, and like there's crapper TV shows out there that's getting better ratings. Yeah, that's getting higher ratings, and kind of like, but like Snowpiercer is really good. Like it just kind of grabs your attention from the first episode. And man, the accents in it, unbelievable. You have to turn the sound up.
I'm not child is asleep, so he's like, I'm reading it in fucking subtitles, but I know that he's in English, so okay, you know what I mean? So I know he's English, like, but it reminds me. You were talking about the IMDb rating. It reminds me of that TV show as well that's on Netflix, The Colony. That actually wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. And they ended it on a cliffhanger because, the audience rating is not 110% every episode.
Yeah.
So
this gets cancelled. Yeah.
And it was brilliant. Like, you know?
Is that your man, the actor from Lost, Sawyer?
Yeah. And he's actually was shit in Lost, but he's brilliant in that. Like.
Yeah. I never watched Lost. I remember that was such a big show when it came out, and they had like chat shows about it on the radio and shit. And it was just like, yeah.
I remember that coming out. I was like, I think I was starting college at the time. I think it was 2004. Yeah, everybody was talking about it, like Lost.
Polar bears on a tropical island and all this shit. Like it was.
Yeah, I think I watched like. I think I watched it like the first 3 episodes, and it was just like, yep, done. Don't care. And then it was just, but like 6 years later, people are going, "Oh, Lost. Oh, it's a load of crap, Joe. It doesn't make sense anymore." It's just it didn't make sense after the 3 episodes.
So 1, yeah.
I felt like telling those people, "Welcome to my world. I watched Twin Peaks."
I never watched Twin Peaks.
That's it. Do you know what? I don't think it's a movie. It's a TV show.
Crimson Peak. That's Crimson Peak I'm thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah, you did. Twin Peaks is
Guillermo del
David Lynch,
Toro,
isn't
Savage
it?
Son.
David Lynch is one of the weirdest people in the world. He's brilliant. He did the Mindhunter on Netflix, the one with the FBI where they started the behavioral science unit, the guys who catch
Yeah.
serial killers. And
Brilliant.
he writes
yeah.
brilliant. But Twin Peaks was just he was doing a lot of coke back in those days. Yeah. It was the 80s, you know, Charlie Sheen was popular. It was a weird time. You know?
Jesus, no wonder he was doing coke then, like drinking blood of a tiger, you know.
Yeah.
But going back to like the whole Snowpiercer thing and all that, it's just like I don't think like shows nowadays is like if it's not the talk, like if everybody's not watching it immediately, it's just like it's not going to go anywhere.
Cancelled.
And it's just like there's so many good shows out there that are getting cancelled after like 2 seasons and just kind of like it doesn't even get the whole story arc in, and it's just kind of like, oh yeah, well it didn't get in the ratings, and it's just like, oh bang, cancel. It was just like, what about the couple of million people that were watching it? Do they not get kind of? It's just like, oh yeah, that's it.
That's it. Don't give it a chance to develop, like, yeah.
Yeah.
People, they're really good TV
and like you're on about like
orient for fucking Baby Yoda. So like, you know, it's you know,
I didn't realize
you're
one that UFC fighter was in it. That was in Haywire, Dave. That was a brilliant film. I love that film.
Gina Carano.
Yeah,
really
I didn't realize
good,
she was in it. Geez, she's got some crazy views. I read up some of her stuff, and it's just like, geez, she's fairly nuts.
Yeah, but
what is it good? But like, what do you think of the whole Gina Carano thing? Like firing her for her like opinions. Like she's hired on the basis that she's an actor. Yeah, for her performance in the show. Like, is it a case of like because her name is in the press that it's going to bring negativity to the show? But like.
It's like the whole James Gunn thing all over again. You know, they fired him. They rehired him, then, didn't they, for Guardians? It was James Gunn, wasn't it?
Who's
James Gunn? Yeah, I think it was
director.
James Gunn he wrote and directed Guardians of the Galaxy. Also wrote Scooby Doo 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's. Yeah.
I think I don't know why he was sacked. Was it something about, I don't know, like.
It was tweets. It was some tweets he said about 10 years ago. I can't remember the topic now, but like with like the kind of correctness and all that now, it's just they cut complete ties. But then Guardians of the Galaxy being such a money maker, and like I don't think like giving that to someone else to make.
Yeah,
I don't think it would have had the same effect because like he is the backbone of that Marvel franchise. So it's just like they sacked him. Dave Bautista walked away. He said he wasn't going to come back unless they hired him back.
Yeah.
You probably have all the other actors as well that were behind him as well. So it's just like they just kind of just had exactly. Like they just had to backtrack because like it's a moneymaker and just be like, okay, yeah, well, have you learned your lesson? Yeah, grand. Don't tweet anything again.
Yeah. But it's kind of like they're bringing in their actors and the directors' personal beliefs as a way to justify sacking them or justify changing their contract or whatever. Like it came out there, Chris not Hemsworth, the Guardians, Chris Pratt. He's a Christian, like, so a lot of people were saying, oh, he's the worst Chris in Hollywood or something because he doesn't side with people that are saying that everyone should be respected. And obviously that's true, but. He doesn't come out and stand on the side of like maybe LGBT or something like that. And in fairness to Robert Downey Jr., I think he jumped on his defense of him. He's saying, "Oh well, look, he's this. He stands by his own beliefs and that." But it's just the whole PC.
The way I you were asked about like what do you think of your one and her beliefs and like getting fired for what she is and what she thinks, and like you're saying about Chris Pratt and that. One of my favorite TV shows was Rome. They only did they only did 2 seasons.
2 seasons, wasn't it? Yeah.
And the mistakes they made in that they learned for making Game of Thrones, so that's why they were able to spend more money on Game of Thrones because they didn't blow it all in the first fucking season. But anyway, like there was a part of of those episodes where they had the guy who was reading the daily news to the crowd, and he was fucking, Julius Caesar is going here, there, and it was apparently some festival or some important thing was on, and it's like, oh yeah, if the Senate was returning to fucking session, and it was like, no unclean tradesmen, prostitutes, or actors are allowed, and it's near the forum, and it was like, because actors are as important as the guys who clean dead bodies and are hookers, because they're just entertainers, they're dancing.
Yeah.
Fuck what they think, like it's just.
Yeah.
She's good in The Mandalorian. I don't care what she thinks, so long as it's not hurting anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's
these actors talk without a script in front of them. They're not that smart.
no. they're made sound smart. It's the writers that are smart. In fairness,
but John Favreau, he directed Iron Man 1 and 2, and like he created the movie, and he came out and stood for her. He was just like he was standing up for her and said like, no, she's not getting sacked. Like that's her beliefs or whatever like that. But like when she's working, she this role was for her and all that. And then it just goes to show it's just the Disney Corporation, isn't it? That's kind of taking over everything.
It's hypocritical because they're firing her because they think their standpoint or their statements are saying that they don't agree with her views or whatever. But they're only saying that because they know if they don't fire, they're going to lose millions of dollars because people will boycott Disney. But now it's actually backfired because now people are saying boycott them anyway. Because all the conservatives are saying boycott them because they're saying they shouldn't have sacked her. But they don't care about her views. They just care about the mainstream. They care that it goes against what the majority of people are saying. That whatever her views are wrong and all that kind of stuff. It's all they care about is money. All they care about is money. That's it.
Yeah.
They don't care that her opinions are wrong or right or any of that. They just don't care. They just care that it goes against what the majority of people believe nowadays. Sort of a way. Like it's.
Yeah. And you know what? I did watch the Mandalorian, and I think it got 3 episodes in, and I didn't like it, so I won't be watching it. It's not going to make any difference to me because I'm not a Star Wars fan.
I'm trying to get through. You watched it, Eamonn, didn't you?
Oh yeah, David. You're clearly not a fan of the Fallout video game series, then, are you?
No.
Yeah.
David plays Formula 1 racing games. He has a racing car bed. I sleep in the bed with my wife.
I wish I had a racing car bed. Do you honestly think my wife let me have a racing car bed?
That's a Simpsons reference, goddammit.
You're single and have a racing car bed.
That would have made more sense.
It could be worse, David. You could be one of those guys who plays football games on his PlayStation, or his Xbox, I should say. Even worse.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Thanks, Evan. It was like, David plays Formula 1 games. Yes, Mister buys one game a year: FIFA 11, FIFA 12, FIFA 13, FIFA 14, FIFA 15.
Spock.
How's she?
It's like this whole Apple and Android thing. I mean, the iPhone is one of the worst things that has ever been created. Androids are so much better. Why do people buy Xboxes over PlayStations? Why do people buy
Xboxes? Are savage.
I have an Xbox as well.
Yeah,
I know. And let me guess, you have
I did it. What was that?
You have an iPhone as well, don't you?
No, he doesn't. He's a Samsung.
No, what do
Galaxy.
I have? I have.
Oh, you Huawei.
No, back to Samsung actually. Phones.
Wow, you're one of those exceptions to the rule, aren't you?
He's a bit of everything.
You know what? I'm not oh, excuse me. I'm not I was never a big gamer. I literally only got the Xbox just to play the new Formula 1 game. Kevin's totally right. Do you know what? I get FIFA every couple of years or a Formula, but I never play it. My Xbox One just is just a media station. Connected to TV for Netflix. I just don't want to.
I'm kind of the same. I mean, I was saying about Fallout because when with the Mandalorian, I played Fallout, and you get to be you get to be like the Mandalorian. You get to be the guy in armor running around doing whatever the hell you want, and it's an open world game, and it ends any way you want to end it. You can do a million different endings to it, like, and it's brilliant.
They're cool.
But I use my PlayStation the same as you. It's for watching Netflix. It's for watching Disney Plus. It's for YouTube. It's for playing video games, or it's for DVDs. I mean, and most of the time it's for the other four or the other three, and not video games. Like, so, yeah. More with Disney Plus and Mickey Mouse. So I'm not.
Oh yeah, your man loves Mickey,
doesn't he? That's like is like you don't even get to play in it.
No.
What's the most watched TV shows in the house at the minute? Like, you got your Hey Dougie, Super Simple,
Mr. Tumbles.
Mr. Tumble. Oh, don't get me started on Mr. Tumble.
That lad has been around for years. Justin is his name. He has been around for years.
If you watch like CBeebies, like from like 7 o'clock till I don't know, kind of. He falls asleep at 2 o'clock. Justin has about 6 shows. He's on morning, noon, and night on CBeebies.
He's very good. Give him that. Like, this lad has fucking some energy, and like he does kind of like law signs as well. Eamonn. He does like sign language.
Yeah.
He'll have a lot of
which is handy for Eamonn, because Eamonn doesn't have the sound on, so at least he can understand them then.
But I've been watching Mickey Mouse in French, so there you go. Because my wife is a native French speaker, so English is her second language. So there you go. My son is learning French and English, and so am I.
How's that going?
I watch Mickey Mouse, and it's like, bonjour mes amis, c'est moi, Mickey Mouse.
That was an amazing impression.
It was an amazing impression. I don't know what you said, but it was good.
It's a good job we didn't say anything really, real bad about Disney there, because they're going to be calling now to do the French voiceovers now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't there, Eamonn.
China. Do you know that?
What?
They won't put Winnie the Pooh on Disney or anything like that in because there's a meme going around of Xi Jinping, the guy who runs China.
Yeah.
And he is the meme is that he's Winnie the Pooh. So it's been like,
so
that was
does he
it.
look like him?
Yeah.
I don't know what he looks like. Does he?
Hey, get your phone right now and just type in Winnie the Pooh and China, and that's all you need, my friend. Just like that will make your night.
I'm doing it.
Okay, I was mentioning it. Winnie the Pooh and China,
or Chinese leader and Winnie the Pooh, or something like that.
Chinese.
Oh yeah.
Chinese president. Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake! It's not even that bad. Like,
it's brilliant. Like, but he's gone.
Does the president really need to wear like? Does he really need to like copy Winnie the Pooh with the red cropped T-shirt and no pants?
Yeah,
it's a bit dodgy.
I don't know what website you're on, looking at naked middle-aged Chinese men.
Chat roulette or something.
This isn't Google. What?
Oh, we've jumped well down the rabbit hole there now. That's what we do, though. We tangent. We go off on tangents. Right, lads, we're coming up on 50 minutes.
Do you sign in cos, or is it just tangents?
What?
That's a maths pun.
That's a maths pun. Do you know what we should do if you're ever coming on the show again, David?
A maths quiz. Is it a maths quiz?
No, I'm not doing maths. I'm fucking awful at maths.
It doesn't matter because all your questions will be true anyway.
It doesn't. They're going to be positive. We should do a dad pun episode because we're dads. Dad puns.
Yeah. Dad puns.
That would be awesome.
I've got a great dad joke for you, and it's from the video game Fallout.
Go for it.
Go on.
Two atoms go into a bar, The first atom says to the second atom, I think I've lost an electron. The second atom says, are you sure? And the first atom says, I'm positive.
That is a
There you
good one. That
Uh,
is a good one. I literally spend most of my day tagging David in memes on Facebook, so and a lot of them are dad puns, so I will have no problem.
Next one.
Like
Hit me
there's
with your
one now, I think. Oh no, there was one I tagged you in earlier, Dave. Oh, what was it?
what one was
Oh,
that?
it's a picture of a Canadian lad who's a swimmer.
Oh, we know Richard can. He's like
You know Richard could swim, but can Richard Funk? His name was
can
Richard Funk, and they had Canada
the
shortened to Can,
Canadian.
and it was just beside his name, Can Richard Funk. Oh, it was brilliant. I loved it. Oh,
It's the simple things when you're in
it
your
is.
mid-30s and you've children and you're
Yeah.
just kind of scrolling through Facebook looking at puns and memes. It's a simple life, but it's a
It's
good
the
life.
simple things. Yeah, I have it here. Yeah, we know he can swim, but can Richard Funk? It's dead. If I could pull it up, it would. No, my face is just gonna go. No.
You have to have at least your eyes and your face in it. Or it
Oh
won't.
yeah. No, it's too small. You won't be able to see it. Just about see Dave there. Oh.
Oh.
I saw the best Star Trek one you sent me was the one of the two the cartoon characters, and it was DePaul and your man from the engine room. What was his name? What was the name of the character from Enterprise, the engineer?
Archer?
Trip.
No, that was the captain. Trip. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Is
like
that the
no,
one
you
you sent me as well?
Possibly,
Yeah.
yes.
You're animated. Well, I'm just drawn to you, and it was so shit.
What was the memes you were sending there last week? Was it Star Trek Jellicoe?
Yeah. You're epic.
You have to
Yeah, very good.
put you on fucking mute one day because he sent me 6 or 7 of those, and I was like, these are fucking ridiculous. My wife was like, "Oh, is Kevin sending you something funny?" And I went, "No, he's really not." I just put my phone, had him on mute, and I didn't look at it until the next morning. And then I just went delete.
They were hilarious. That's from the Star Trek.
In all
That's the
fairness,
Dad
Kev,
Trek page.
there's some days that you just know it was just like, oh, it's 2:00. Kevin's on a break, because it's just like within about 2 minutes there's 20 tags. But
I get the same from Eamonn.
Yeah,
except on WhatsApp.
But like, I can't do what Eamonn does, because like if I mute you, I'll wake up in the morning with that you'll have to scroll through to get rid of all the notifications. No, thank you, mister. Yeah. I'll just keep on top of them as they're coming through and just like
exactly. Yes.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to say like, you go to the same website where I find all of my horrendous memes, but I was like, no.
No.
When we introduced, actually, like,
Yeah, we won't go there. I don't go on that website anymore because it's just not worth it.
It's like fighting in Afghanistan. Once you're there, it's just it never leaves you.
Yeah, as you've described to me before, you're diving into a dumpster to find a penny. A penny.
The dark web of puns.
Yes. Yeah. Severely dark web of puns. Right, guys, look, we're coming up on an hour. We'll call her an episode.
Yeah, I was just thinking, since we were all like teetotaling, I was drinking like brown sugar water, and you guys were drinking other stuff.
Drinking. Hold on. I might get a crate if this goes viral. So it was Classic Spring Diet Tonic Water.
Super value on brand.
I love it.
Done stores.
Ooh.
Yeah, 75 cents.
That's Tesco. Always better value. God damn.
I love that you think any legitimate business is going to want to be associated with this filth. Like,
I mean, when you have Jason Lawler as your pretty much constant viewer, no. But now we have a new audience up in Cavan, the lake people. Get those hillbillies out now watching.
That sounds like so ominous. Like it's like the Hills of Eyes. Oh, the lake people.
Yeah,
I was
just
music from fucking what they call it. What's that one with Burt Russell? Kurt Russell. No, not Kurt Russell. What is it? Burt Reynolds. What was that?
Oh, The Thing. No.
Oh, Burt Reynolds, the one where he's in the rowboat and your man gets raped in the forest by the hillbillies. What's it called? Come on!
Freddie got fingered. Oh, that's an awesome film, is Tom Green. I love that film. Anyway, Daddy, would you like some sausage?
What is that?
Tom,
Freddy
You're
Got
talking
Fingered.
Dark humor.
Freddy got fingered.
Yeah, that's not the one with Burt Reynolds.
No, it's not.
What's the name of that movie?
Deliverance.
Deliverance. That's
Deliverance.
it.
Here
Yeah.
you go.
Definitely not Freddy Got Fingered.
Pull
No.
up you. That.
Oh God. Anyway, sorry, Eamon, you were talking about something about we were drinking something. What was your?
Let's get some beer or something or wine the next time, and we can drink and then remind Jason that this is friends hanging out, and he's not invited.
Yes. I have suggested to Jason, as well as I suggested to David. Obviously, you've taken up the offer to do an episode. So
Oh yeah.
I veto that as co-founder of I veto that.
would you come back on again, David?
Absolutely.
Oh,
What an enjoyable way to
Shucks.
spend the first hour of my bedtime.
You used to be tired. You'd be bored out.
Yeah.
We should get him some
At least I'll be tired.
Is Lisa there beside you?
I am downstairs because everybody in
up
this
there.
house has gone to bed.
Yeah, Nicola's in the living room. She won't. She said, "Why don't you just do it on the couch?" I said, "I'm not doing this in front of you."
Just repeat that. Just do it on the couch. Was said.
Yeah.
And you said you're not doing it in front of her.
Podcast. I'm not
What were
doing
you
it
going to
in
do
front
on the couch? And what were you going to do in front of her?
Well, it involved you two, so you tell me.
one of many things you won't let you do in front of her.
Wait a minute.
So on that note, yeah.
This isn't a podcast. This is like OnlyFans, isn't it?
Yeah. And Jason is our only.
Oh my God, this could be the three hairy men. Yeah, we should do that. That'd be fucking awesome. We could make a fortune. Yeah.
Jesus.
They love hairy men in Cavan. Come on, they got
I
it.
think people would pay us not to put stuff like that up.
Even
Whatever.
better again. If we, it's a money making scheme.
It is.
We make money if we put it up. People pay
GameStop
us just to keep it down.
The three hairy men can make money.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Look, it's been a pleasure.
Absolute pleasure.
We have
nice
a tune to play us out, David. We usually dance to it. So
it's like Conan, only I may do the dance.
it's something like that, but no.
Am I allowed to dance?
So yeah, another episode of Chocolate Poo. I've been Cavan. That's been Eamon, and you've been David. And our tagline is don't forget to follow. Thanks for coming on, Dave.
Thanks for having me, guys.